welcome back, guys. I've got Dr. Jeff Stangl. Is that how you say your last name?
Dr. Jeff is good.
Dr. Jeff. I've got Dr. Jeff, who's the head of the department at Massey University Business School, coming and joining us again. Thank you. We spoke last year.
Thank you for having me back.
It's great to have you back. We're going to talk about the business school and some of the key courses that Massey Business School offers. I think I want to start off with a really hard-hitting question. There's a lot of courses out there. There's a lot of MBAs, MBMs. Why Massey Business School?
That's an easy answer. And the key answer there is because Massey Business School looks after its students. We care about our students. We care about our students' success while at university, but importantly, we care about their career successes. Because what we do at Massey Business School is enable our students to go on to fantastic careers in whatever area they choose, and that's empowered by Massey Business School's connection to business. That's what we do. We're all about business, we're all about careers, but principally, we're absolutely about our students.
Brilliant. Jeff, I do want to start off by asking about the Bachelor of Business program.
Okay, the Bachelor of Business is our key program. We have 11 specializations that sit within the Bachelor of Business. They range all the way from marketing, from finance to economics, management right on through, IT. But there's one key theme that is embedded in all of the specializations and in the key components of the Bachelor of Business. And that is this idea of empowering, again, our students to go on to have fantastic careers where the world of work is changing. So what we really embed in each of the specializations, the program generally, is the power to communicate, written, orally, the power to think creatively, the power to work in teams, and the recognition your generation has that community is very much a part of it as well. That's the 5 C's. The other thing that we really work on with our students is this idea, those are portable skills, because these students will go on to have many different careers. But a portfolio of skills means you don't necessarily just specialize in accounting, say as an example. You have other skills that you can bring to the table when you apply for a job. That's a portfolio of skills. So what we embed in our programs now is the ability for our students to take on minors. There's a lot more room for electives to really pursue their passion, because ultimately, student success will depend on their passion for the topic, not because they want to be an accountant because their parents said they must be.
That's right.
But they want to be an accountant in sciences or accountant in the arts or an area that really sings out to them. So that's called your portfolio of skills, multiple areas of focus, and then the portfolio of skills which are key to the program.
Just coming back to this, and I think you've kind of nicely led us into this segue. The Bachelor of Business is a 3-year degree program, I understand.
That's correct.
The first year, is that generic, or are students actually picking up their majors and minors, like you've mentioned, from the word get-go?
No, even with that, with the restructure of the Bachelor of Business, the first year there's 8 papers. 6 of those are core papers. So that's fundamentals of finance, fundamentals of market, etc. It's core skills everyone needs to know. But even in the first year now, you have 2 electives. So that is an opportunity for you to go off and pursue different areas. It doesn't even have to be in the College of Business. The key structure is you've got basically, you've got 24 papers, 8 are your core papers, 8 are electives, so a full third are electives, and 8 are your major papers, which typically you start taking in your second year on into your third year.
Thank you. So we've talked about the Bachelor of Business, we've talked about sort of the makeup of the course. There's 2 really important things that I want to spend the rest of this clip talking about. I do want to understand the industry connections that the school offers. For example, the internships. Now we've talked about the Bachelor of Business, and there's a few master's courses that we are going to talk about. But before we get into the master's courses, tell us how does the internship program integrate into these courses to get these students get some real life skills?
Sorry to interrupt, but I'm going to step even ahead of the internships, because also all Massey faculty, professors, teaching staff are encouraged to be active in the industry they represent. So for myself, I'm a finance person, and I am very, very active in the finance profession. So that informs what I teach my students. It's not just stuff out of textbooks. It actually is real relevant examples that I can bring to class to help them. Internships then also play an important part, because what you learn in class based on my contextualization finance, then you take away to an internship and you can apply what you've learned. And that's how you embed what you've learned, and that's how you can see how it's really employed in practice. So that's the internship side of things. And your third question then was...
Just coming to the next question, because that's great. So we've talked, with the internship, just before I get on, before I move away from internships, we've talked about the internships forming an integral part of the course. So they're actually getting placed.
In most courses now, internships, and increasingly the focus will be over coming years to have each of the specializations require an internship. Most do now, not all, but there is opportunity to take an internship that sits outside your specialization. So every student can do an internship.
So what happens, is there support for students once they've actually finished the course? Now that's sort of the real key question that I'm hearing from students out there, because they're now more informed. They know that it's, at the end of the day, it's that job, how they get skilled to get that right job, get on the right pathway. So is there support that the students are getting outside once the course is finished to have those industry connections?
No, absolutely. And I think, again, the business school, Massey Business School, recognizes that most students don't come to university to learn so they can finish and then go sit under a tree and contemplate their belly button. Actually, most of them want to go on and get a job. So we're here to help with that. I would circle back to how we inform our teaching based on industry best practice. So that provides the skills for our students to go out and say, look, for example, with finance, we have Bloomberg terminals, which are quite expensive and commonly used in practice. So that's a skill set that puts our students ahead of everybody else. Additionally, Massey faculty connection to business brings the industry to the university. So we regularly have seminars, we have different workshops where you've got people in practice coming to the university. And you know what, that's kind of a pre-interview as well, because employers, they struggle to find qualified talent, and it costs a lot of money to find that. So this is an opportunity for them. And for students who stand out, and not all do, by the way, but those students who are actually keen on a career in finance, typically they do okay out at Massey University. I use finance, I'm sorry, because that's my specialization.
That's perfect.
But that extends across.
That's great. It does give students a little bit of insight into what really happens once they start studying. So that's valuable.
And also back to my opening point, and that is we care about our students. So those students who make the effort to get to know their faculty, who stand out, they will get assistance when they leave in getting that first placement. I start with the Master of Management. So the Master of Management is really intended for students who want to go on and have a career, in practice. So who aren't intending to go on to do their PhD, who aren't intending to do research. So the research element with the Masters of Management is removed. So there's more of a practicum. So it's hands-on practicum. It's not doing a big research report. It's for students who want to go right into industry. Right. So you have the same specializations. I believe at the last count there was 11 specializations with that as well. They change from time to time. So that's the Master of Management. Master of Business Studies is for students who actually want to go on and have a research career. So maybe they want to go on and do their PhD, so there is a heavy research component in the Master of Business Studies. So that's the difference between the two. I get it. So then you move on to the MBA. The MBA is basically targeting students, young career or mid-career individuals, have 3 to 5 years experience or even more, and they want to top up their qualification. They've already got some experience. They want to move into mid-management. They want to accelerate their career, so they come and undertake an MBA as part of that. So slightly different program.
For the MBA program, are you looking for students that have got exactly the same management background, or can they come from different fields?
No, that's the beauty actually of all the programs, whether it be the Master of Management, the Master of Business Studies, or the MBA. They're what we call bridging programs. What that means is you can come into any of those. You might want to shift to finance, but you might come from health. So you can actually come in from different backgrounds, and we will bring you up to speed so you can transit. Or you might want to specialize. You might be running to run the finance department in a hospital, as an example. So you don't have any prerequisites. They're all bridging master's programs.
Thank you, Jeff. This has been great. Thank you, guys. So those of you that are looking at studying, you really don't know what you're looking for, whether it's the Masters of Management or the Business Studies or the MBA, that's the right program for you. We will help you with that. We've got the likes of Jeff to give us all of this amazing information. We do have our open days that happen every fortnight. You can book in your individual consultation sessions by clicking on the link below. Thank you.